Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Top Fitness Friday. And today's routine, a terrible two. Friday the 13th, quite apt for this one. Basically some 2-minute drills, like an EMOM, but every 2 minutes instead of 1 minute. And you've got like 3 different things to cram into the minute before you get your rest. It's all pretty simple. All we're using is a step. If you've got a step at home, that's great. If not, don't worry, you can get by without one, and you can use a chair or so, for example, after dips in one, two, and the other, so don't worry. You can adapt it. Right, let's get warmed up, and we'll go through the details. Stretch. 2-minute sections. Every 2 minutes, you've got a different drill to do. When you get those exercises done, then you rest, and you move to the next one. It's that simple. So, it's all body weight and step. If you haven't got a step, then hopefully you can use something around or do it without. I'll give you the alternatives. So, we've got 5 different ones to do. You go around twice, a little bonus rest in the middle, a little half-time break, and then another twice around again. So 4 times total. Okay? Can be quite tough this, like I say, there's always ways of adapting it. Okay? So, right, the first one. We're doing 10 plyo squats, using the step ideally. 10 Bulgarian split squats per side, and then 10 squat thrusts off the block, off the step. You can. Okay? But again, these can all be done on the floor. Okay, so don't worry. Okay, so using the step then, 10 plyo squats all the way down if you can. Look up. So 10 of them. Okay. First set, you're going to get here, but after that it should be nice and warm. Bulgarian split squats. That's 1 foot up on a raised surface. Hopefully you've got something at home, even if you haven't got a step. For worst case scenario, just do a regular split squat with your foot back. Okay, so anyway, we're going to do 10 each side. Okay, so we're going to go, put some warmed up. Feet to floor, 10 times, legs. Feeling it after the last couple of weeks. Then 10 on the other side. Okay, the lower the better, so if you can get to the floor, that's what we want. Okay, remember, keep that alignment. Okay, make sure this isn't happening. Okay, like I say, you can do it on the floor as well, if you'd rather do that. Okay, 10 each side, that's absolutely fine. And then the last little part is 10 squat thrusts from the box. Okay, so here, you're 1, hit back up, 2, hit back up. Again, perhaps use your sofa at home, or just do it on the floor. Okay? It's still going to get you, don't worry. So, that's number 1. Number 2, this is our little jack ladder. You might remember this. Now, again, if you haven't got a step or something to jump over, you can use a cushion off your sofa, any object really, it doesn't matter. But you're going up in 2s. Ladder style, jacks, 1, 2, over the top, 4, see there, 6, I'm going to keep adding a jack, 2 jacks in, until I hit 18, okay, so 2, jump, okay, if you don't want to jump, you can always just sidestep it over, okay, doesn't matter, just adapt it to suit you. Or maybe just go to 16 or 14, okay? There's always a way to make it work for you. That's number 2. Number 3, okay, slight adaptation here. So we're going to do deficit lunge this time. You're going to go from the step and as low as you can that way, and then back up. Okay? Don't worry if you can't go knee to floor. As long as you get that leg 90 degrees, that's really what we're worried about. Having said that, if you are capable, that's why it's called a deficit lunge, because there's that deficit there. You're really going deep. Great for opening the hips. Okay, so 20 of those. Then the other way, again, just if you need to, just 10 each side, obviously. Then 20 dips with the triceps, and then 20 shoulder taps, elevating. Okay, that's not too bad, that last one. Remember that you don't want this to anti-rotation, so I'm staying as straight as I can. Okay? Next one. This is the last 2 we're on now. Press up, accumulator. So not a ladder. Okay, this is an accumulation. You do 5 reps every time until you hit 40. Well, say, I'm going to do 40. This is one way you probably will need to reduce the reps, perhaps to 30, possibly even less. You're going to make sure you're getting some rest. So I'm going to use our mats here as a guide. Let me show you what I mean. So I'm going to do 5 press-ups, whether that's some of the knees on the mat, that's fine. 5. Then a little bear crawl to the top of the mat. It's about 3 steps, bear crawl. Then another 5. Bear crawl back. Another 5. Bear crawl back there. Another 5. Keep doing 5. 5. But accumulate them. Yeah, until you hit your target. Whether that's 25, 30, 35 or 40. Okay? Depends on your press up ability. Okay, and they will be somewhat affected by the dips as well, I imagine. So see how you go. Then the last one is 15 burpees, 15 sit-ups. Just 2. Again, if you haven't got the time to do it, just adjust the reps slightly. Okay, perhaps do 12 and 12. Okay? So just make it work for you. Let's see how you do on each of them. And then, yeah, adjust the suits. Okay, let's do it then. Right, so if you remember, the first one is 10 plyo squats, 10 Bulgarian split squats, and 10 squat thrusts off the box. If you can or want to, okay? Right, let's do that. 3, 2,
Seems to always be something to the right things that you do.
So rear lunge. Okay. Again, just do it on the floor if you've not got a raised surface at home or a step. Well, hopefully you've got something you can do dips with. Right. Accumulator. Arguably the toughest of the lot. So you can use your mat either end to end or over the mat, or however you want to do it. Okay. Remember, fight every time, okay? Right. That's it. That's one That's one round, eh? Okay. 3 more rounds to go.
3.
We're back to the start. Ready? We do get a little half-time rest though, don't forget. Okay, ready? this one. Here we go, 10 seconds. 15 sit-ups, and we are done. Terrible twos complete. Come on, last one then. Well, good everybody. Oh, that was slightly cold here, wasn't it? Like that. Warm up the body, muscle work on the lower legs. Within that. So just show me this step on zone. Absolutely hit every area, right? Step up to level 1 good. While we're coming back to total mobility, in just a second. Seriously, well done everybody, that was brilliant. See you in 2 minutes, or tomorrow 9 AM for a run through the